you just do that crazy one.
We just do the crazy one?
Just do that. Like, literally, this should be like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Action.
3, 2, 1. Subscribe!
Especially because I feel like the first time I saw you was, like a decade ago. I saw you just at like a random comedy club. So I'm happy to finally get you in here in person.
Thanks,
You got
man.
pretty eyes, man.
Thanks, dude.
You got pretty eyes, doesn't he?
That's a weird comment, dog.
You looking good, dude.
All right, so I starting off the interview with just, let's just objectify
Are we
Ricky the whole
going?
time.
Is this happening?
Yeah, we don't introduce
All
how
right,
it
goes,
cool.
man.
All right.
We'll do the introductions before you come
Yeah,
on.
we just make comments to make you uncomfortable and we let it rip, dude.
Tight, man. I must say, how much news I get from you is fucking
Yeah?
pathetic.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It probably
it's
is a bad
ridiculous.
sign.
And no, the other thing is like you're just a New York guy, so
Yeah.
like it's like listening to one of my friends where I'm like, I gotta double check this. I definitely have to check this out. But
I
how
gotta
much I
double-check
get
shit.
from you
I
is
can't tell
unbelievable.
You, like, so many times I'll do like a whole fucking thing. We put it out, and then someone's like, "No, like that's not what happened." I'm like, well, too late now. Well, you guys are gonna be misinformed then. Sorry. Yeah, man. It's funny how much like I just let it rip. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what we do on the internet here.
Yeah,
Just let it
man.
fucking flow.
Just
But
go
now
for
it's-
it.
Yeah, things seem to be going good for you, man.
I'm all right.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Trying to stay off this internet.
Yeah, that's why, man. It is a dangerous place out here, no?
No, things are real cool right now, man. I'm just happy the special's coming out finally.
I mean, when you see executive producer Judd Apatow,
He's a cool
it's
guy,
like
man.
fucking
I like him.
Heard of him.
I like him.
Heard of him, dude. That's
He's the man, dude. He's like my biggest advocate. He's been amazing.
that was
to
all
me.
from King of Staten Island.
That's where we
right?
met, yeah. And then we just kicked it from there, and he's the homie.
I remember,
Hold
I
on
think.
for dear life on that one, dude.
I
Ride
mean,
that
dude,
wave
he's
as long
sick.
as it goes.
Like brings me to Mets games.
Yeah.
He's awesome, dude. He brought me to Bruce
It's like
Springsteen
a-
on Broadway.
it's like a Big
It's
Brother
awesome.
thing.
Yeah,
So
dude.
what, the first one after COVID?
He doesn't have a son. He needed me, man.
Yeah.
As bad as I needed him.
I think you explained it when we did it over Zoom, but you said like it was all through King of Staten Island. You said you just like rolled up on set and you guys kind of just hit it off.
We met in the audition, and then that night he watched me do a bunch of stand-up. We were on shows together, which would have sucked if the audition didn't go well, but it went well. And then I just did like a bunch of different sets in front of him because I didn't want him to see me do the same jokes. And then next thing you know, he called me out of nowhere. He's like, "Will you do punch up on the movie?" So I basically rode in and out of Staten Island with him every single day, just writing and whatnot. And he's like a genius, dude. He's always consuming something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were performing, but rather than just doing like your regular set or routine,
I wasn't gonna do the same one twice.
Wow.
Like, yeah,
so like if he wasn't there, you would have just done like your best material
probably
over and over again,
yeah,
right? Like
but
normal.
no, it was a showcase that he didn't know he was watching.
Yeah. the one man secret audition.
Yeah.
Shit, that's smart.
Yeah, and then
though.
we just always got along. We're
Was
very
that
cool.
like you just decided that on the spot, or like did you talk about that with people? Like was there a plan to be like, let's get this motherfucker to like me, or you were just
no,
like, no,
I
I'm
just
gonna do
knew
it?
the audition had gone well.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like I already had so much material, so I was like, fuck it, let me show him everything I got.
Is that the
Shit.
most like nerve-wracking audience member you've had?
I had Sting once.
What?
Yeah, Caroline's.
Just randomly.
Yeah, he likes Gilbert Godfrey, and I was opening for Gilbert, and Sting rolled up.
Sting is a huge Gilbert
That
Gottfried.
feels like a fucking
Surprise,
Mad Lib
surprise.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
fill in the name. Sting is a fan of Gilbert Godfrey. I could just see him being all like Sting, like I like the voice. Like,
Yeah.
the voices are funny.
No, they came back and spoke to us, him
No
and his
way.
wife. Yeah, no, wicked cool guy.
Yeah?
Really liked him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that I feel like people always know about Sting is that he can fuck for 6 hours.
That's all I
That's
could
it.
think of the whole time I was around him. I was
Dude
like,
has
this
won,
guy
like,
fucks.
millions
Like,
of Grammys, sold like billions of albums. He's like, but you did sex for 6 hours.
I
dude."
couldn't name a song.
Is that from like I know that from American Pie? Is that where everyone knows it from, or is that like
No, I think that's like a thing that he does.
No,
tantric
yeah.
yoga.
Him and his wife like talk about it.
Yeah.
I think
But it's
that must be
also-
why they used it in American Pie. You remember fucking it's Shipwreck? He's like, he's doing whatever. I think he's just doing like he's not coming. He's like watering plants. The one where they're all at like the summer house.
How
Yeah,
often
he's
do you
training himself.
reference American Pie? I really want to.
Every single time
They're
Sting is
watering
brought up.
plants. Yeah, no, but
he
because
goes
he's
around the
trying not
house
to
in like a
come.
kimono. Yeah,
Yes.
he's not coming.
Dude, but it's kind of bullshit because I think I think the whole experience lasts for 6 hours. I don't think he's like in there for 6 hours, is he?
I mean, that's a lot of marinating.
That, like,
Dude, if that's
you
what-
have, like pruny, like I mean, come on, man, you can't.
If
be
that's
in
what
there
counts
for
for like the whole experience, like from when you start talking to someone to when you finish.
No,
my experience lasts weeks.
How much of that? How much
forever
is
to get
that?
someone to fuck
How
me.
much of it is the truth, though? Like, how much, or is it just like?
Yeah, I think there's some long foreplay. Lasted a little longer. All of a sudden, it becomes
Who
a
starts the
6-hour
clock?
session. Yeah. Who starts it and when? That's what I want to know.
Yes, things starts fucking at breakfast and he's done. It's like lunchtime. It's at least siesta. Get the fuck out of here.
It has to be parched. But
I mean, at this point, it's like 6 minutes for your boy over here before the Charlie horse kicks in. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I'm parched. It's been a commercial break for me. Let's get this in before the Hulu commercials are over. Those are kind of long, but whatever.
Hulu commercial. Hulu?
yeah, you don't have,
I like commercial. I'm a pro commercial break guy.
Yeah. Gives
Kevin,
you
I
some time.
stand with you. I have Hulu. I do not pay for it commercial free because I think in this day and age, it's nice to have the commercial break.
Run and get some
Because
snacks,
grab a
run to the
little something,
bathroom.
scroll
I have-
Twitter for a second. You've been off your phone for 9 minutes now. You've earned it.
my kid doesn't understand commercials when they go down. He's like,
where'd
"What
it go?"
is it coming back?
I
Is it
know.
coming back?
It's
What are we
crazy.
watching now?"
The people from TikTok watch babies watch commercials and they're like, "Oh, this is all we need." Humans will fall for this.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, my kids. What's the longest your kid can sit and watch like one thing? Like, can they watch a movie?
I just bought him to Paw Patrol. He went to go see
Yeah.
his first movie. It was
Did
dope.
and
He
did
loved
like,
it.
Was he able
Loved
to
it.
sit through it?
Yeah, he
So I
cried
brought
at the
my-
end when it was over.
Yeah.
Not based on storyline either.
Just
he just
that
wanted
it's
more.
done, yeah.
Yeah, he's not that in
Encore,
tune with his
encore.
emotions yet.
We tried to go to Frozen 2 when that came out, and my daughter was like, she watches it for like 15 minutes, and then she was like, I want to go.
Well, my kid doesn't. We don't do TV time, dude. Well, this is like it's a very special thing. That's how you get them to travel well.
All right, see,
So
me, I
if
just
the
throw-
minute we travel, take out that iPad, he's never seen it before. His
Yeah.
mind is blown. Like, yeah.
Yeah, well, see, I just give them the iPad all the time, and then their mind is mush. So
Yeah.
they just get, man, when they get dialed in on the iPad, I mean, the building
I
could
don't
be
like
burning
that.
down, dude.
I don't like when I see little kids just doing it. It's like that's not cool. I had a cousin. His kid wasn't able to speak yet, but he knew how to like get to a song he liked on an
Crazy.
iPad. and
Really?
it
They
was
know
really
my
creepy,
kids
yeah.
really early figured out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 skip ad. Like they knew to push the skip ad button.
No shit.
Yep, absolutely.
That's like a rat with cheese.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Like I really truly don't.
I'm sorry for insulting your children.
Yeah, my children are rats.
I think your kids are smarter than
my
rats.
children are
but
vermin.
It was just
Rats
the image
and
that popped up. I do not find
They
infants
know how to
rats.
use Siri and shit. They're like, YouTube Blippy, and I'm like, what do you hold down the button or whatever?
I don't know how
how
to use Siri. I don't think I have Siri on my phone.
I've never had Siri, so they can officially do more like with an iPhone than I can. It's crazy.
That's fucked up.
Yep. Now she's taking pictures.
Who?
My daughter.
Oh, I
So
thought you meant
grab the
Siri.
phone and snap them. Well, they've always been watching. Though. They've been taking pictures and recording us for a long time now. Seen some things, I'm sure.
Dude, we're all being watched.
Absolutely. No, 100%, man. It's a weird time.
Have you I remember there was a time I'm very like back and forth with it where sometimes I'm like this is so dangerous. And other times I'm like I really don't care, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I drown it, but then every once in a while I come back to life and then I'm drown again. I think right now I'm drowning in it. I'm like
I'm
whatever.
ready to just give it all away. Dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm fine.
I wish
Like,
it was
they're
almost
coming
just
for
like-
it. They're gonna take it.
I wish just
Like,
everybody's shit would be out there, and then it would be like, well, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
I don't
You're
know
all up
about
in my
that.
business.
I don't know if I don't
No, it
think
would
that's
be.
a
I
good
mean,
idea.
If everybody's embarrassing
I'm
shit is
just
out
like
there,
I'm fine with giving it to the tech guys. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You're making it
The
easier.
IT people
I haven't
over in
left my
India,
house
yeah.
since Friday. This is the first time.
Yeah, they're
I press a button, a car shows up. I press a button, food shows up. It's tight, dude.
That part's sick, but then like when you see like the fucking like I watched like Snowden, the movie with what was it Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and you're like all the camera stuff. Like there are times I'll cut on porn and just like I'll make eye contact with my FBI guy, and like we'll know each other. We'll notice each other. Be like I can feel you watching me.
I'm
You know
not
what,
doing
like,
enough for them to follow me.
Bro.
Like the FBI. What am I doing?
You're doing.
They're gonna get me on the ounce
I
of
don't know,
weed
bro.
I
You have
purchase
an HBO
every month.
special?
What? Yeah. That's not what the
You're
FBI
at
is
least a
looking
person
for.
of interest. I gotta see what this famous dude's doing.
I don't think so, man. I don't think that's what's happening.
You don't?
No.
That's nice.
I
They're
think-
over
yeah. I'd love to live in your fantasy world, Ricky Velez.
The Taliban's
Watching
back,
them.
man. I'm in the clear. I'm in the clear.
Yeah, we got Talibans and Nazis again.
Yeah.
Ricky can
We're
chill.
So how was this special, man? I saw like the promo for it is like
It was
your
just so
first
fun,
one
man.
is
Yeah.
crazy. You've been
It's
doing
my
this
first
for-
thing ever on television, stand-up wise.
It's wild.
Yeah, I'm real hype
That's
about
been
it.
a long time coming.
And it's just been fun. And then also it was canceled last year because of COVID.
Yeah.
And then like just to be able to get back on the road, do 4 months and hit it strong. I was
Yeah.
very happy about it.
Is it like
yeah.
is there material in there from do you have jokes or premises or things that you've been cooking up for your whole career that you put in?
Yeah,
And that's
absolutely.
gotta be cool. To
Yeah,
be like, I wrote
be
this
able
in
to,
2009 or some shit.
It was
and it's-
interesting to like make the cuts and like when I got back on the road to be like, okay, I love that, but that doesn't fit the storyline. It doesn't fit like the beginning, middle, end of this. So it was like cutting things and figuring out like I look at this special as the introduction to me to like everybody. Like,
right,
this
right.
is who I am. This is what
Which
I
is funny
like.
too, though, because again, there are some people who have known you for what you've been doing
Yeah.
for 20 years or whatever, and it's like there's going to be a whole new crew of people just finding out, which is the craziest thing about comedy.
It's weird.
Like,
Dude, I did Seth Meyers, and like I got stopped by an old woman the other day. And I was like, that reach is crazy. Like I was like, an old woman stopping me? That's nuts. I've never had that before.
that's what's also so like, it's tough because you got to make the appearances, you got to do the thing, because like
It's
there's
a
new people
different
out there to
muscle,
grab.
and it's weird.
Yeah.
And but I'm enjoying it for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like I would have a lot of nerves or anxiety about putting out like something that's kind of like a 10, 15, 20 year whatever culmination, and then it feels like you got to just like get right back to it.
Well, yeah, man.
Right? It's just like,
it's a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Like I mean, we shot August 28th.
Wow, that is fast.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
That's real
So
fast.
like we flipped this fast,
That
and
doesn't
like
fuck around, huh?
nah, not at all. But it was this was the plan, and HBO was so cool about the whole like waiting, because I did not want to yell at cars. I did not want to do one of those specials. I didn't want to
Right.
so like HBO was just so cool about allowing me just to wait until we can do it inside with no masks on and none of that.
Dude,
And I
right.
was like, yeah.
Dude, HBO is like, the specials game has kind of changed with everything. But I feel like HBO comedy specials is still, you look around at some of like the other names that you're in there with now, it is the cream of the crop.
I'm hype about it, man. And it's
Yeah.
just cool to see those letters come up.
Yeah.
You see those
Yeah.
letters come up. I'm like, yeah.
And the fucking screen and all that. I mean, that's something that, even like thriving comics might not have that HBO special that you got to your resume now. It's
Yeah,
wild.
no, and the first thing's an hour, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It's not like a 5
Yeah, you're
minute
not doing
set,
it.
a 10
Right,
minutes.
right,
Yeah,
right.
so.
Do you
When did you know like that this was coming? Because like I think I saw you first probably, I call it 6 years ago, and you were the first comic. It was at Gotham. You were the first comic on. I don't know if there's order or just like what your schedule is that day, and like by far the funniest dude. And I was like, oh, like, why is that guy starting? He was fucking hands down.
Oh
the
yeah,
funniest dude.
probably with that. Like I love that club. That club is great.
I
But
was there
like I
Saturday
feel
night,
like
actually.
they just like mix it around.
Yeah.
I knew this was gonna happen when I had lunch with Judd, and he's like, "You want to do an hour?" And I'm
That's when you first
it
knew?
was a very simple.
had you not come across Judd, do you think like this, like you would?
I
I
had an offer somewhere else,
Okay.
but it wasn't for a full hour,
Right.
and there's things brewing, but Judd just makes things better.
You ever consider just doing like the YouTube route? A lot of guys are doing. It's like do
No.
self-produce, put it yourself. You're waiting for someone to do.
Yeah, I don't have that in like I don't.
Right. Yeah. But for it to be HBO, then do you feel like you like? Was there any along the road? Because it is such. When did you start comedy? How old?
I started at 19. I'm
Yes.
32 now.
So like, was there a point where you were like, this should have happened, or like I deserve it, or like I'm funny enough and I want this? Like,
I mean, I guess if every comic thinks they deserve
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I know that's what's funny, right?
So you go
Everybody's
ahead
like,
and
"Fuck that guy, I'm funnier than him," and then you get to that level, and they're all saying, "Fuck that guy, I'm funnier than him."
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, I always knew it was coming in a way, but it was just a matter of getting there. I think making plans is a big mistake because you're just going to be let down. I'm sure you guys got to where you are,
Brother.
not exactly how you thought you were going to do it.
Dude,
so
I never even thought. I mean, I love that idea. Don't put the bar anywhere. Don't raise the bar.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
there's
then
no
you don't-
bar, dude.
No
There's
expectations.
no bar.
You can't be let down. You know what I mean? Just
But,
as things go.
It's just better than laying carpet, so that's how I continue to move. Every day I'm waking up not doing carpet is a good day.
That's really, I mean, a big difference I feel like for a lot of people is if they've had a taste of, what life would be like or could be
Yeah,
like. Or
yeah.
You know, it's like every day you're not doing that is a win, and everything else
Absolutely.
is just kind of like, icing on top. In this case, there's a lot of fucking icing.
It's been fun.
What is the worst job you ever had?
Worst job I ever had. Ooh, I mean, probably working at a comedy club.
Probably doing what I do.
No, I used to work at a comedy club. I'm not gonna. I've said it in interviews. Fuck it. Broadway comedy club. It's not the greatest, not the best, it's the worst, but it's like I would work there and do every single show. So I'd be like taking your ticket and then be up in front of you, and people would just be pissed that they spent money at that point. They're like, "This kid
This is the guy." Yeah.
But that was hard, and like I also did like odd jobs for the club all the time. Like I painted the ceiling. I painted the ceiling, dude. Just like
Just
2
one color?
days. Yeah, black. They wanted a black box
Just
thing.
rolling it,
dude.
like-
Just rolling it. My neck was fucked for
Yeah.
months,
Dude,
I don't know why when you said that I pictured Michelangelo. Oh,
wait,
some like art he's doing too.
hanging
Like,
upside
oh wow, I
down,
gotta go
doing
check out
Adam's.
Broadway.
I mean, I've done that before, painting my
Yeah,
eyes and
yeah.
hair and shit because I put too much on the roller.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
what
no.
am I
so
doing?
and like in the same clothes that I just performed in earlier that night, staying overnight to paint.
What,
for-
for what was it like? And then we'll give you stage time, sort of thing. Or
No,
was it for
it's
money?
just like they needed extra
Yeah.
shit, and they were gonna pay me fucking minimum wage, if that.
painted the ceiling. I love it. That's the kind of shit that makes you who you are, though, right? I mean, that's like the grind that it takes. And
I guess. I mean, I've seen other people get it a lot easier.
you ever paint the ceiling? What? No, no. I just did jokes on stage, man.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't comedy, what was it gonna be? Was there ever a plan B?
I mean, comedy was kind of plan B. I
plan
went
A?
to college for a year. My college closed. That's how bad it was. That's a real thing. My college is closed
What
right
college
now.
is that?
Dowling College in Long Island, dude.
Dowling?
DOWLI. Yeah.
Never heard
So
of that.
Dude,
Like-
it closed.
Like you showed up
It
to campus one
fucking
day when they
closed.
did
While
it.
you were
Not
there.
while I was there.
Oh,
years
no.
later,
But they were just like
4 or
shut
5
it
credits
down.
I have are deleted. They are gone.
What do you? Were there kids
And then I tried to
enrolled
join
when
the
it did-
military.
when it did shut down?
What? Yeah, there was kids
Just
enrolled.
like
while-
nah.
Yeah.
Go to another place.
Yeah. And like
Holy
Hofstra took in some kids and the rest of that, but like most of those kids weren't smart enough to be there.
I was gonna say Hofstra like begrudgingly was like, all right, we'll take the
Yeah,
top one.
it's
Take your scraps.
Never mind. We
It
just
was like
wanted
a
Steve.
college with a commercial. It was one of
Yeah,
those. So
yeah.
it wasn't good.
And then the military.
And then I tried to join the military.
And they
Yeah.
didn't want you.
I went to MEPS. I went as far as MEPS.
What
and
is
then
that? I'm not
That's
sure.
basically where you go for medical and whatnot, and they
Got
do
it.
all the tests and rest of that. And I took a written test, and I was so bad at it. They were like, "You need a CAT scan," and I had like seizures when I was a kid, and I have a spike in my brainwave, and I was trying to get into the Coast Guard because I didn't want to go to war.
Yeah, fuck that.
And
Give me the softest.
they
branch.
only take like the best of the best
Yeah.
in that because it's like the hardest one to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Like you have to be
Tell me
really
about the
healthy.
Spike. What does that mean?
I don't know. My brainwave just has a spike in it.
Every
Like,
time
What
they
were
had
you
it.
writing that they were like, you probably have seizures?
I don't know. No,
Yeah.
they saw like my testing, and then basically that's how I like kind of found out I'm dyslexic. Yeah. Like later
Shout out
on.
the American education system. You found
Yeah,
out you were
dude.
dyslexic when you're 20 years
Dude, I
old.
failed the English Regents 7 times. 7 times in high school. I didn't know if I was graduating up until like 2 days before graduation.
Passing the Regents is a very doable thing.
I don't
here in
even
New
think it's a
York.
thing anymore.
Yeah,
I heard you don't even
done
have
with
to
it?
show up
Dude,
to
the
school
Regents.
anymore. It's sick. These young kids are living, dude.
Bro, I'll never forget the Earth Science Regents, man. All those. Oh, they were the fucking worst.
Just knowing about nucleuses and
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Bro, failing the English Regents 7 times
7
might be a
times.
record. It's got to be a record.
Yeah.
Because I feel like most people give up after at least 6. Like, all right, I'm calling it.
Like,
No,
I'm
you
gonna join the
can't
military
graduate
after
without
seven.
that one.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I feel like most people be like, all right, I'm not a college graduate after fucking 6, dude. You did 7
College,
times?
high school, dog.
Yeah, I
This
know,
was high
I know.
school.
I'm saying, like, I feel like at some point,
I went
you're
to
just
an
like, I'm not doing it.
I went to an art school in the last year. They had to take me out of the art program just to take English classes because I had failed so many. And they were
And they
just
never
like,
thought,
they
like,
never
this guy
thought
might be
maybe
dyslexic?
they were just like he can't read. Like I went to school when you can still call people stupid. Like that's like, they're like, oh, he's
Ricky's
stupid.
just dumb.
He's
He's
just
just
dumb.
a dumb kid.
Yeah.
He's broken.
He just came from a bad batch. Throw this one out.
Yeah, it's like a lemon. You're like a lemon on the lot, you know? Got a
Yeah.
bad engine.
And then I went to the military, and they were like, "You're too dumb for this, too, man." It was
You better
tough,
pray
man.
you meet Judd Apatow one day.
Who now I write for? How fucked up is that?
Crazy. Yeah. How did you end up in a career where writing is a
Dude,
heavy,
it
heavy
blows
part?
my
Do-
mind
do
all
you,
the
like,
time.
actually write?
I
though?
would, dude. Yes,
Yeah.
we write. Like I
Yeah.
helped write on the movie he just did in London. I wrote on the whole Staten Island.
And it's not
we
something where,
wrote
like,
something else together
you
that we're
talk
selling.
it out and someone else writes it. You're dyslexic ass still writes.
Well, no, I have a writing partner. I
Yeah,
do have a writing
yeah.
partner. He's amazing. This guy Judah Miller, and he's like he's real smart. Like he's
Bounces out your
He
dumb.
knows how to make
Yeah,
it
yeah,
E and
yeah.
everything.
He can do
balances
uppercase
out
and
things.
lowercase, bro. All 26 of them.
Dude, he used the comma in front of me. That was wild.
Shit, that's wild, man.
Yeah.
And you just powered through it eventually. I feel like once you
Once you
know
like
the truth,
what's
is in
going
light,
on, yeah, it makes a little bit more sense.
You're
It's
also like, all right,
how
I'm
did I
not
just
just
read
fucking-
a chapter and not know anything? Like, does that happen to everybody else?
Oh, I do that shit all the time.
Yeah,
Finish
that's
the
not
chapter, you're
good,
like, wait,
dude.
I
No,
haven't
he's
been
an
reading.
idiot too. Something's wrong with him too. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, I've been everything you said. I'm like, oh, I'm dumber than that. The picture, the artwork for this new special.
Yeah,
like,
You let it all
dude.
You
hang,
go,
bro.
How naked were we in the photography of it?
Bro, they called me the day before. Were you on that phone call? The day before they called me, and it's me, Mark Salinger, who's a legend. Do you know who he like shot Obama his last day in office? He shot like Kim Kardashian naked. So I was like, he's gonna shoot me naked. Let's go.
So
And,
let's hang on a second here. Obama, Kim Kardashian, Rick
Bono.
Yeah,
Like,
sure,
dude,
okay.
Kurt Cobain 2 weeks before he killed himself. Like,
What?
this guy's a legend. And he caught, like, we're on the thing, and he's like, so what are we doing? Are we doing nude, or do you want, like, a skin thong? And I was like, dude, it'd be weirder if I was in the thong walking around.
Thongs are gay. I'll get naked. I'll let
I
my
was
dick
like,
out.
not gonna just be. I was like, I don't know, man. I mean, it's cool to get naked in front of HBO execs and be like, hey.
How many people in the room?
My wife came with me on that. 4 or 5.
Okay.
Plus Mark, 6.
I
If
think that's
you-
weirder.
I think if
I think
you
it's
hit
weirder to do a small crowd than do like a bunch of people. Like there's a bunch of fucking
People
photography,
paying
lighting
attention.
people and shit. It's just like whatever. You got 6 people being like, okay, we got to make sure the lighting's right, the angle's right, we got to make sure the dick looks good.
Yeah, if there are like 40 people in a room, some people are on their phones, people are having conversations.
all those people are
There's
looking
6
right
people
at
in the room.
you.
It's like your dick's giving a speech, and it's like we gotta pay attention.
You must
No.
have a pretty sweet dick.
I was.
You're
like,
not doing that if your dick sucks.
Dude, like, you know what? I wasn't really even trying to think about it that day. Like, I really just blacked that day out
Yeah.
completely. Where it's just like, I'm doing this. Let's go for it. Let's get naked.
I'd be,
And
you
it's
know,
just
turn around,
like,
helicopter.
Yeah.
You guys
yeah.
ready with the camera? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
But it was so fun because Mark's like the nicest guy. Right before we start, I'm like standing there naked for test shoots, and he's like, "I'm nervous." I'm like, "Fuck you, dude. I'm nervous."
Why
Like,
is your dick out too, bro?
he's like, "Dude, I don't do this every day, Ricky. There's not just a."
Well, I don't do this every day, bro.
Yeah. I start every Wednesday in a room naked with 5 people.
It was funny to see how many people like reported me on Instagram though.
Shut up.
Yeah, and it's like I see buttholes on this thing all day, and you guys gonna
on.
report me for a beautiful
That's
artistic
crazy.
photo.
And that shit, you know, like fucks with the algorithm and how many people see
100%.
it. It's
No,
like,
no, 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 no,
You're
no.
literally like
I noticed
like
the
shutting
numbers
down.
getting weird.
I'm
I
trying to
noticed the
promote
numbers getting weird.
my first special culmination of like my whole life, and you don't like that I'm, you know, posing
Yeah, I'm
half
hyped.
naked.
Nah,
Yeah.
dude, it's on billboards. We're gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to LA tomorrow.
That's
I'm gonna,
fucking
I'm
dope.
gonna get naked and take a photo in front of it. If I get arrested in the next week, that's
You know why.
Yeah, for sure.
Ricky's gonna have an OnlyFans by next week.
I
man.
mean,
it
am
sounds
I-
like you like getting naked, bro. Got
Not really.
No.
No, I'm very clothed a lot.
Almost exclusively.
I always have socks on, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I hate having my feet out.
Really?
Yeah.
Sleep with socks?
That's my guy.
No, that's a weirdo.
Sex with socks?
I'll do. Sometimes.
Depends if we have a carpet.
Shower with socks?
No, come on.
I do sex with socks often, really often.
It's because you can't bend down to get them off.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
I'll like kick my pants off, and I'm like, I gotta bend down to get those.
You gotta
and
take
that's
them
not
off with
gonna
your
work.
toes.
Huh?
Gotta take them off
Like
with your
step
feet.
on and then get
No,
up.
I do. I like hook my toes under the ankle. I pull it off.
Everyone listening is like, or you could lose 10 pounds.
Yeah, just bend over and pull them off.
No, I'm gonna fucking train my toes out of the.
I'm gonna become a monkey using my fucking all fours, man. Oh my god. What's the reaction from like the neighborhood been?
Well, it's funny. Like my kid's like in school now,
Mm-hmm.
so like these people are
Kind
just
of weird.
looking at
How
me.
old?
3.
3.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah, I get a little when I do drop off. I get.
I'm
some
surprised
stares.
how cool the comics were about it. Like people didn't tear me up. I thought I was gonna get
Why?
torn up by comics because comics are comics.
Well,
You just
yeah,
go
but
after
I mean-
people for no reason. But no, they've all been really cool and been like, "That's great, go for it." Yeah.
And what about like family and friends with just the special? Basically everything from the past couple years, from the movie to Judd to this, having the special.
Yeah, it's cool.
I feel
mean,
like
yeah.
it's finally the
keep
time has arrived.
Keep my friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my
but
friends.
I feel like just knowing like your crew a little bit and seeing how
we're a small circle.
Yeah, and so I can imagine there's a lot of ball busting and shit like that there too.
Yeah, but at the same time, like my friends are so wild when they do shit. When I do anything wild, it's like half of what they're doing.
That's true. And you got it pretty your crew is pretty fucking pretty solid, man.
They go off.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually. You guys could write like a little book about your gang, probably. I mean, there's a lot of success in that crew. There's a lot of
A book
personality.
that we all can't read.
Yeah, I shouldn't say you guys can write a book. Someone can write a book about you guys, just not you fucking writing it. What's the plan next? I mean, because like Judd is probably,
We're
the
just
sky's
staying-
the limit with.
Yeah, we're
if
just
you
staying
can ride
busy,
with him.
writing stuff, staying
Yeah.
busy. Just continue writing, doing stand up. I've already like got an awesome new 15 that I'm really happy about. I'm hoping to hit like a 30 soon. Going on the road with some cool names and then moving from there.
Tough going on the road with new baby.
No,
No.
no,
You
I
wanna
just
get the
stayed
fuck out?
home with them for a year.
Yeah.
You got a
I'll
whole
see you when you're
built-up time.
5, kid.
Yeah, dude.
I'll see
No,
you when you're
I
in
missed
first
his
grade. I'm
first
out.
summer making the King of Staten Island. I missed the whole summer. I worked 6 days a week on that.
Right.
So like, no joke, I missed this whole summer, and then we got a full year inside. So like, he's my best friend. He's
Yeah.
cool as shit.
Yeah.
He talks shit too.
Yeah.
He'll call me Ricky to piss me off. I'm like, you're not gonna shoot up a school. Stop saying shit like that, man. You call me daddy, and that's it. But he's cool. He's out here being like, Ricky Velez, here's everything. Like
That's
he's saying,
funny.
he's cool as fuck.
That's cool as hell. Yeah.
He's awesome.
I get just recently. 3's young for the first name, but my kids just started calling me, and they'll be like, "Okay, Kevin," like they hit it hard. I'm like, "Whoa,
Well,
okay."
I go, you can't call me that. So now anybody that calls me Ricky in the house, he goes, you
can't
can't
go."
call him that. You can't call
They
him
pick
that.
up, man.
Mr. Velez in this house.
It's sir.
So you think?
When you say you're writing stuff, sorry. You go
Yeah.
ahead.
No.
When you say you're writing stuff, are you're talking about stand up, or you like shows, movies?
Me and Judd have something in development,
Yeah.
and then me and Pete have something with Judah Miller, and both are actually with Judah Miller, and then I have other projects that I'm just doing on my own.
Is that like?
Yeah.
Is that gonna be the focus? You think?
I really enjoy it, man. I really fell
Dyslexic
into
kid
that
who
hard.
became a Hollywood writer is another fucking
Dude,
book.
I fell really hard into it during COVID, and I mean, like, dude, Judd bought me Final Draft. Like, I mean, like, I've been set up to just do awesome shit, so it's like,
Yeah.
why not take advantage of what I have in front of me? And he's been like so good at like letting the creative get as crazy as it can get, and then reeling it back in,
Yeah.
and just
That's
so
nice to have that.
I really
It's
like it,
it's
honestly.
a little too nuts.
You know, I really like stand up for the instant gratification part because
Yeah.
like
We've heard that a lot from a
yeah.
lot of like every comic loves the fact that right away you
Yeah.
hear good or bad, but you get that reaction.
And then like, but I learned over time, like I kind of like the writing just as much now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What do you, if you were forced, gun to the head, you got to pick one? What do you think you take?
stand up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just like in
Yeah.
your blood, right?
It's just, I mean, there's really nothing better than a room on like a Friday, Saturday night when it's like you can feel people like they're there on dates, they're
Yeah.
ready for it, they
And you're just
want it,
murdering.
and it's just like you're going off.
Yeah.
There's nothing better, really.
What's your favorite time to do it? Because I went to a late show this Saturday for the first time ever, and like, actually, it seemed like people didn't like it. I would think the later in the night, the more people like it. But it
Friday or
seemed-
Saturday did you go?
Saturday.
Okay, I like Saturday late shows. I don't like Friday late shows because people start drinking once they leave work.
Mm-hmm. So
Oh,
they're fucked
yeah.
up.
So they're so fucked up by the 10 p.m. show, and then that's where you get
We
into
did
trouble.
one 10 p.m. live podcast once.
Oh,
we
I
did,
can't
we
even
did a
imagine
7.
your fans
Oh, yeah.
wasted at
This
10
was
p.m.
early. This was like 5 years ago when we first started
So
doing live
they're
shows.
and people were actually at work.
Yeah, so they
okay.
came. And a lot of people bought tickets to both. So they came to the 7 o'clock. Then we paused for like an hour, and then we had 10 o'clock. And they were, it's still tight, it's close, and they were so fucking hammered and just talking to us. I remember looking at the two guys with him and another guy. Like I was like, what do we do?
Yeah,
We just keep doing the show.
It was like we should start
might as well
singing.
just- yeah, we might as well
a
just have
concert.
like a karaoke or like a Q&A because you guys are not gonna fucking shut
Yeah,
up.
it's wild.
We're hammered.
And
It was
our
at
crowd in
Caroline's.
particular is like super drink. Like we told Caroline's beforehand, like, hey, just so you know, like it's a drinking crowd, and Caroline's was like, yeah, we're fucking on Broadway in Manhattan. We know what drinkers
Yeah,
are like.
and then-
And then they drank the bar dry. First show, drank the bar dry.
Bro, the
That's
only,
like
the only
when
thing
me
left
and-
of our
when-
crew
when me-
was Hennessy.
What?
The only liquor remaining was Hennessy for
That's
our gang.
hilarious.
We're a drinking crowd and a pretty white crowd.
And you know that, like, and we're talking, drunk white people who are like, anything left, and like Hennessy, and they're probably like, I don't know what that is. I'm afraid of that.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's why I love Denver. Anytime I get out there, I just have the
Everyone's
most
stoned.
stoned audience
Yeah.
of all
I
time.
mean, you're the funniest guy
it's
ever,
so
right?
great.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's got to be great, dude. Like, I would love, I mean, everybody you see in Denver is
Denver's
fucking the funniest-
awesome. That's like my second favorite place to do
Everybody
stand-up
says
for
that.
sure.
I feel
Really?
like well,
You
just
haven't
in
spent
general.
time out there?
Never been.
You guys should
I
go
went
do
to a
Comedy
wedding
Works
once,
out
but-
there. It's the best club. It's like one of the best clubs in the world.
I feel like just the city in general. It's clean. It's up and coming. It's nice. It's
I don't
funny.
find it clean at
No,
all.
oh, that's
no,
what I've always
not
heard.
at
It's
all.
grimy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I would
I've
think
only
it's
I've only
very-
driven through. Like I've gone out to Colorado like skiing and shit. But I usually go to like Breckenridge and stuff like that. But flying to
That's
Denver,
beautiful.
That's
like
sick.
like where the snow's still white.
Right.
But like go to the city where it's
Still
all
just
like
grimy.
that.
where you
gross
drive
stuff.
through, yeah. Like I've never even gotten off the highway. I don't think in Denver, but I drive through and I'm like, looking off the highway. I'm like, ooh,
Really?
I
Yeah.
can see a little dirty, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that. I would think
It's
it's
a
one of
bunch of
these like.
stoners, and then like on top of it, that like, I guess like once you open the dispensaries, it just brings a certain crowd.
Yeah.
What are these dispensaries in New York now? What are
What is the rules anyway? Right
You're
now?
not
We're
allowed to sell. So
Right.
what is that?
It's all like CBD and shit like
But
that, right?
they're saying they're not. Like I'm really worried about it. I'm not going in there.
I was at one, not at one, but I saw one at the East Village. I was actually at a museum, whatever, no big deal.
What?
I was at the Tenement Museum yesterday. Really fucking boring. Don't recommend it.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, have you guys heard of families? They used to exist back in the day too. It was like, dude, it's about like
What?
dude, it's about like immigrant. You live in like not live, but you visit someone's apartment, and it's just like someone who lived here in the 1900s.
This
and people were
sounds
raising their
terrible.
hands, and they're like, "What did the children do?" I'm like, well, back then, sometimes the children would go play.
Bro.
Other times they'd go to school.
Dude,
Other times
this
they were
museum-
fucking kids. I
It
go to
sounds
museum
like you
asking
just went to a
questions.
friend's house and asked a few questions about his crib.
Dude, it was
What was your
terrible.
grandma like? What was your
Anyway,
great grandfather
in,
do?
in the Lower East Side is where the Tenement Museum is. And I was looking out the window because I was so goddamn bored on the museum tour that I saw a weed store that had like the leaf and it was open. And it was like, we sell weed. And I saw the same thing. I was like, wait, they don't?
Do
This
you
is- I
sell
think it's all
weed?
like synthetic shit.
Yeah.
Man. It's not good.
That K2
weed,
shit or whatever.
weed shouldn't be that cheap.
That Chandler Jones stuff that gets you turning yourself into the cops.
Yeah, right.
Knocking on the Foxborough police door. Like, I know we got the AFC Championship tomorrow, but could you guys take me in?
Need a little help over here. The day that it finally, I think it's been decriminalized, but it's certainly not like legal for sale, right?
No.
But I feel like the day it does is gonna be.
The decriminalization of it has been crazy because, like, I used to think New York, no one gave a fuck. Like, it's people just smoke. Who cares? It's New York City. Who's gonna stop you?
But that's
Since-
how I was, and yeah, now it's like
Now
everybody.
it's great. Now they're just walking like smoking
Everybody
cigarettes. It's
just
I
just
used to
weed
do that all the
everywhere.
time, and I thought I was cool for doing it. Now I have
Now
to
it's
do
like-
heroin.
And if you want to be cool, to do drugs these days, you gotta go
You gotta do
hard.
some H, dude.
core, yeah.
Get that dog food in the vein.
I saw a lady smoking crack the other night, and it was goddamn beautiful. I swear to God, it was honestly artistic. She
That's
had
frightening, man.
Dude, she had on. It was on the corner like 28th and 3rd or something like that. She had on this big like gown, one high sock, one no sock, nothing on the other foot. And she had it up high, and the angle I had, the moon was in the background. I was like, "This is
beautiful.
This is fucking really
Artistic,
nice."
man.
If I
You
was
ever,
like, she didn't
dude,
get
I
mad.
get so scared when they blow that crack out, and then you possibly
You get
like that cloud is
yes.
around you. Like,
Yo, man,
That's
just the
frightening.
walk like right here from Penn Station, man. Today.
I thought they were gonna be like. That sounded like the purge was about to start. That
You have
was it.
24 hours.
Yeah.
What would you
It's
if it was the purge? What would you do?
Right
Right now, what if it was the purge and I was just like, ah! Start killing everybody.
I'd be mad. I'd be the first person in this office you went after. You've been working here for how many years, and you hate me that much?
I killed our guest. If
I
it was
don't
the
know.
purge, what crime would you commit?
I don't know.
Like go steal from those dispensaries, get that weird
I don't
synthetic
want
shit.
any of that. I think like I'd probably go get some furniture, man. Go get some.
What do you mean?
No one ever like.
She's like, I need an
That's the
ottoman,
thing.
man.
Like when the loots went down, I was so pissed. Like no one loots good shit, man. Everybody goes after like designer shit. I would have had fucking puppies in my hand, running down Broadway with fucking 2 golden retrievers, looking all happy and shit.
101 Dalmatians over here. I feel like, like when like all the looting was going on at like Target, I'm like, I don't know, what are you fucking, you getting like your kitchenware, man? I guess that's just expensive.
Oh no, man. That was tough. Were you in the city for it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not like, I live in Mount Vernon, so but yeah, we were in here, what, a couple months after that really went down? We went right back to work?
Yeah.
That was like early.
We were July, but
Yeah, it was
I
like
think I
May,
went home for
June.
like 2 months.
Yeah.
So I was back here probably May.
Yeah, I mean, it
No.
all just got boarded up, and it was a wild time, man. You've always been New York, right? Have you ever considered?
I left for
being-
LA for a
Did you?
year.
Yeah, you were in LA when we interviewed you, I think, right? I think you had a
No,
where
I
you
was
were?
living in the bottom of my building actually got hit by the loots.
Oh,
So
shit.
I moved down to Florida, dog.
That's
Right,
I knew
you're
there was
What
a pool
a
somewhere.
time
Yeah.
to be alive, dude.
Florida anytime, but Florida the last couple of years, fucking forget
Florida
about
right before the election, dude.
Yeah.
It was lit out there, dude.
it. What like city in Florida were you?
Palm Beach.
Yeah, because there's very different
I
Floridas,
saw a bumper sticker that said LGBT. No, LGBT, and it said Liberty Guns, beer Trump. And I was like, that guy fucks. That guy, he's out of his goddamn mind.
You
Oh,
know,
look,
he thought that was the best.
dude,
Like,
he was
get it?
drinking-
Get it? LGBT, but
Bro,
it's actually about Trump.
he was drinking in the front seat of the car because I like circled the car and then I realized, oh, he's sitting in there drinking some hard seltzer right now. It was
Hard
wild out
seltzer?
there, dude.
Oh, his dad would
It
have
was-
beat him if he saw that.
It was wild.
Drink
out
like a
there.
man.
You pussy. What is that, a White Claw?
It's his dad's car. That's why he's drinking.
Truck nuts on it for sure.
It was,
yeah, no doubt. No
dude. Yeah, Florida was trippy at that point. It was really wild.
I did 2 years in Florida. No interest in ever going back. It was a lot.
It's nice. I like the East Coast. The East Coast of it. Like I like that.
Yeah, so I mean, you get into like the Panhandle, or
That's
you get
right.
into the West
Tampa,
Coast of it,
that-
it's
that
I was in
like-
Tallahassee. I was like,
You're
You were
in it.
in it,
I
bro.
was in it. Yeah.
It's like that in Jacksonville. Like yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, you can go South Beach or whatever. It's like, very different world compared to like the middle of Florida. When you're like landlocked in Florida, shit gets weird, dude.
I just like Miami is just so Spanish, which
Yeah.
is just so fun and
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Like I love Miami, honestly.
Yeah, we're not Miami people.
the only time I've ever done it was we were down there for the Super Bowl, and
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It was too much. It was
We,
so
rent, we
no,
rented
no,
out a hotel for like the whole company, and like we were right down there. It was.
I like Miami a lot just because like it's the only other city like New York that if you want to do something on a Tuesday, you can go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like huge
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
That is true. You could buy a couch on a Tuesday night.
Easy. You can loot one if you want.
Place is closed. Grab a brick. You're all set.
Back in New York, are you in Staten Island still?
Nah, bro.
you
I'm
got
from
out of there?
Queens originally.
You're not a Staten Island.
That's
guy, so you're a
everybody
Queens guy.
thinks I'm from Staten
Yeah,
Island just because I was in the movie.
right,
and it's
right,
like, you know,
right.
Luke Skywalker doesn't live on the fucking Star Wars ship, right? Like, fuck. Like, it's
So
so,
you're a big Star
ridiculous.
Wars fan,
Dude,
huh?
a guy stopped me from
That is
Staten
true.
Island. He's like, Staten Island. I live
you
there
know.
too. I was like, I don't.
I'm
He was
an
like,
actor.
fuck you. I was like, come on, man.
That was the guy's first time hearing of a movie.
That is.
But I love Staten Island. Staten Island like holds me down. Like
Yeah.
they're cool as fuck when I'm out
Yeah.
there. I always like it out there. Yeah.
Yeah, Staten Island's a funny place. It's kind of just like the forgotten borough, but it's still like they ride hard for Staten
But
Island.
like, yo,
people.
I'm from Queens Village. Like,
Right.
I'm last stop on the F train plus a 20-minute bus. Like, I'm just as deep. Like
right.
you, like, so I get it out there.
Yeah, there's
Like,
a lot
I
of
get
outer
it.
borough like
Yeah.
camaraderie where if you're in the same,
Where you had a car,
similar place. Yeah, right.
You didn't come
right.
to the city unless
Right.
it was an event.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You didn't-
the people who don't like Manhattan who are living in the outer boroughs they're the ones that are like, it's like a brotherhood there.
Yeah, it's
we
cool.
drive. We don't like the subway. We're not, all that shit. Yeah. One of our guys here, he's not in the room right now. He's a Long Island guy. He like just rode the subway for the first time like ever, like 2 weeks ago. He's been in New York his whole fucking life.
Yeah, I don't think I put my kid on it yet.
Probably shouldn't.
I don't think I put him
It's
on
probably
the
not a
subway
place for
yet.
children. If you think about it, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna take my child underground to this like tube of where homeless people and fucking maniacs or you're trapped in there with them. No, I'm all set on that.
But it's also funny when you live in those outer boroughs like that. Like I didn't know like things until I got into my high school. My high school was in Long Island City, but like I never met anybody from Brooklyn.
Right.
Like I never knew
You just know
anybody
your
from
bubble,
like I knew my
right.
bubble and like
Right.
the people in my family. Like that was about it.
Where I grew up in the Bronx, we had one Jewish kid.
Oh,
That
dude,
was it.
100%.
I was like, I don't know if there's any others out there. He's the last one or something. We didn't know what he was growing up.
Yeah, that happens a lot throughout this city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get into the rest of the city. It's like, oh no, you're everywhere.
First time I was really around was like Jewish kids were in high school, and
Yeah.
that was like right when bar mitzvahs were going down, and that was sick.
Bro,
I've never been to one. I'm from
Really?
Massachusetts.
Bar mitzvahs
My name's
were
Feidelberg, and
fire.
I'm not Jewish, so like I didn't know any Jewish people. But when I found out what bar mitzvahs were,
They go so
how
hard.
many have you been? You've been to a
Oh,
lot.
a
haven't you?
ton, man. I went to a
Never
bunch.
been to one.
I
And if I
went
get
to-
invited to one now, it's weird, so I'll never get to go to one.
I went to my cousins are Jewish, and we went to their one since we were like family. We were like wearing the yarmulkes and the things over our shoulder, like we were fucking in it.
My
man.
kid's Jewish.
Yeah?
Technically, my wife's full Jewish, right? It
so
comes from
goes
the
to
mother.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he
yeah.
gets to go on birthright with the last name Velez.
Let's go.
Think about that. That's sick.
Hit up Tel Aviv as a Velez, man.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
And you're what? You're a Puerto Rican Irishman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very Queens. You don't find that anywhere else.
Yeah. Puerto Rican
People don't
Irish.
understand that. West Coast doesn't even know about Puerto Ricans. It's crazy. They're just like, you're Mexican? I'm like, "Nah, like, there's other places. There's other places.
Mexican. That's fucking funny.
It does happen. It's wild.
Puerto Rican and Irish is
Because you're quiet.
you're yeah.
quiet guy.
Yeah.
You're a good boxer. You'd be a good boxer. You get the,
No,
the
I
fast
bleed.
hands.
I bleed.
Do you?
I bleed, yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah, my
What do you mean
nose
you
bleeds.
bleed?
When I fight, when I used to fight.
I was gonna
as a
say that's
kid.
like that's
Yeah,
such
yeah,
a even that it's what you're announcing. It seems is like you lose fights, but
No.
it's still such a badass
No.
thing to say.
Like I didn't say I lost. I just bleed. I'm a
My
winner
nose-
bleeding.
I just
my
need a
nose
shower
bleeds easy.
afterwards.
yeah. My nose bleeds easy.
Who were
Yeah.
we just talking to recently? Was it Daniel Sloss? So we were talking about like, can you fight? He was like, I barely fought. I've been in like 25 fights.
yeah. It's like 30. I think
what?
it was 30.
How many fights you been in?
I wouldn't say that high.
Yeah, he
I'd
was
say
like, I'm not-
maybe 10.
That's-
12,
I was gonna say
That's
like
like
8
a-
to 12 area.
Yeah.
That's so even
I mean,
that's
I
like
think that's
you've
even
been-
a lot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
For people to be like in a like punch you in the face, get punched in the face fight, I would imagine most people have been in like one.
And I'm counting my whole
maybe.
life too. I'm like
Yeah.
counting when I was like 9.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
right.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're like wrestling and then it
Yeah.
turned into a fight.
Right, play fight
Yeah.
gone wrong. Yeah. Like
I've been in like
punching-
1 or 2 like we might kill each other.
Yeah.
fights. The other time we were
punching strangers in the face fights. I think most people have had 0 of those. in the grand scheme of the world, probably not,
Yeah,
unless you're in Florida,
that's true.
and then it's fucking all day.
What
every
state
day.
you think per capita has the most fights?
I'd say New Orleans. Well, that's a little
Whoa.
Louisiana. But
Louisiana's a good one.
I would say any town that has like a party town like that.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, it's not so much violence as it is partying, drinking. You know, like wherever you drink the most is probably where there's the most fighting. It's like Chicago, they just murder you. There's no fighting. There's just shooting and killing.
I was gonna say North Dakota. I feel like because they just get bored.
But there's
of
just no
fighting.
per capita though. You're right. Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
there's like 10 people, but there's 10 fights every night. Yeah. What's the worst place you've been in traveling for?
I don't
on the road?
like New Orleans. New Orleans makes
Really?
me uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah,
It's my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
city.
Yeah, I understand. But you're a bigger man. Like people like see me and like I'm
You're a
small.
small guy.
Yeah, I am, dude. I've been 145 pounds since high school. Like it's
got a lot of
been,
layers
like,
on right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, a lot of layers going right now. Do I have to get naked?
But
Like, what do you need, Brad?
You get dressed up
Yo.
like anti-camouflage. I'm gonna bulk up tonight.
You don't know. I mean, it's got to be great though. Like for just to look at it, you know, glass or glass half full. Like not worrying about getting fat is fucking awesome, dude. You might not realize that.
Yeah.
There's some good to that.
There is some good to it, I guess.
Like,
but
like
there's
the
also
the first-
I get challenged a lot by people that are like just way too drunk, and like that happens in New Orleans a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I could see that being a turnoff.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
And
done with this.
People are just trying to fight you all the time.
wildly drunk people make me very uncomfortable, and I
Yeah.
guess they can just feel it.
Yeah.
Because
It's like, I'm drunk and I'm gonna fight this guy.
yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
pussy?
I don't like
mean,
yeah.
yeah, I guess if you're getting challenged to fights regularly,
That's why I
that
like
sucks.
Charleston. It's New Orleans with class. Yeah. Charleston is sick.
A sobered up, calm
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, New Orleans,
Orleans.
Little Vineyard Vines ad.
Yeah.
Oh, they wear salmon shorts here. Okay.
That's my type of place.
That is hilarious, man. So now, is there like pressure to you gonna try to put out another special, or is it more just like get back, start working on?
Just get back, make the
Yeah.
best thing I can
Right.
now, and then continue just putting stuff out that I'm proud of. Like
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. Like I'm not wanting like. I was talking about it. I was just at Jim and Sam. It's just like, I don't do a lot of podcasts. I don't do a lot of things. Like I don't do it. So like I like to take that stuff and like really like make it good and then give it away.
That makes sense because we do have a lot of guests where it's like, it's almost funny where we'll watch a special later and be like, oh, that's like not even special. You just like see them on a different podcast. It's like, oh, that's what they did on this podcast. So, like they
Yeah.
are working their material, but rather
Oh
than-
yeah,
you'd rather
absolutely.
save it.
I'd
Yeah.
rather save it, and I don't want to give away stuff.
I
So-
think podcasting at first was kind of a thing you did with your friends, and then maybe you just
I have
impressed,
nothing
but-
against it. It was never part of my dream.
Right.
It was never like my dream was to act and do stand up.
Yeah,
But-
no,
but-
we gave up.
So-
We got halfway there. We're like, this'll do.
Podcasting is the failure. This is
It
the
is definitely not. Oh, now I'm getting unbooked for everything I have booked
Yeah.
next week. No.
No, you're
No,
right.
it's-
You're right.
we are like the tallest in the short class. You know what I mean? Like this is where you can't do anything else. So let's make it the best.
It's commendable that you guys can do it. Like I can't do this. I can't talk like this.
Commendable.
Dave.
Getting hit with a commendable.
It is
No, I respect what you did.
commendable.
I can't do this. I can't do this every day.
That's who cares.
Sooner or
It's like I
later-
can't do this thing that's not that good. Whatever.
Sooner or
Whatever.
later, I would say something wildly insane.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Yeah. Well, we're at a point.
How
like-
do you drink and do shows?
Yeah.
Like that's wild.
We usually don't. I mean, that's one thing. Drunk podcasting doesn't go well. I think in the beginning when we did that, we thought it was like, that'll be funny. Like, we'll have some drinks, we'll get fucked up. And then, because if you're sober listening to a drunk person, it sucks. Sucks. So that doesn't really work. But yeah, there definitely is a feeling of like, I mean, we're not live, so if we do say something stupid, we cut
you
it,
always
you
got
know?
the edits. Yeah, okay.
Like, and we'll like play it at a live show. We'll be like, here's like all the things that we said that we
Oh,
can't
that's
put
cool.
out there. So we have like a little bit of a bit with that. But yeah, I mean, I think we're at the point, hopefully, luckily, like, knock on wood, we have enough fans that like, if people have come after me a bunch of times and it just doesn't stick. You know what I mean? They're trying to be like, this guy shouldn't have a job or this guy should lose.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. You know?
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
day
yeah.
it will. I think eventually my time will come. But until then,
I just
right.
like continue to perform at shows that lock up your phones.
Yeah.
Like, that's like where I'm at with
yeah.
it.
I
Well,
mean,
let me tell you what, as two people who went to a show like that recently, it's easy to get around.
yeah. We
I had my phone out in 10
I was at the
minutes.
Garden for the 9/11.
That's
Benner.
that's when we were at. Yeah.
Oh, that was wild,
Yeah.
dude. When Chappelle caught the guy.
Yeah.
Bro, that was uncomfortable.
That was so. He was so like that was like the most like he was going in on that guy. Like if that was me, I'd be like, that's the most disappointed in myself I've ever been in my life.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
Chappelle
there's
gave
also
him-
like what,
chastised him.
16,000 people.
Yeah.
being-
But like how dumb that dude was, like pretty close to the front row, and he must have been like, you know what I mean?
It was
Like
stupid.
for him to
It
see
was
that and get caught, he
crazy.
must have been blatantly doing
Yeah,
it.
that
Yeah,
was
it's
wild.
pretty easy to get. Again, like because we had in our area, we had like you can check your phone, and then it was so packed.
Oh, there's areas that
Yeah,
you
there,
could
there
go
was like
check your
phone
phone.
area if you had an emergency or whatever,
Yeah,
and they
it's
hit
great.
you with like the unlock, and then I realized like no one was paying attention. And I just walked back with my phone. I didn't film it. I wasn't an asshole about it, but I was like, because it was if you go to a Chappelle show. And he's on for like an hour, and you lock up your phone. It's whatever. That was fucking 4.5 hours.
Yeah, you were gone.
Where
You
as
had
I
a
was
full
walking
night
in,
going, yeah.
as I'm walking in, I was like texting with my kid's mom and shit, and then all of a sudden it was like, boop, no phone for 4.5
Yeah.
hours. But yeah, I'm sure as a comedian that makes it
No, it
you
just
know, a
makes
lot
it
more
so much
comfortable.
better. And then
You can say what
also,
the fuck
like,
you want.
not even just the idea of, like, taking away, like, the chance of somebody putting out your material, but having people not focus on their phones.
Right.
I'm sure
For
as a
that
performer,
amount
that's
of
gotta suck.
time
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's so many people just go into their phones just to go into their phones with no alert, nothing. They're just in it.
Right.
So it's just better that it gets locked
Even
up.
just like you're at the club, you'll see people just like.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I basically stay at the cellar now just because they
They
take,
do.
Yeah.
They take them or they.
No, they put them in an envelope and then just seal the envelope. You get caught taking it or you're opening your envelope.
'Cause it's
But it
like,
does
you
look
gotta
like
privilege.
everybody's just sitting in front of you with evidence.
Like just like a white paper envelope.
Yeah.
No shit. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
and if
And I
you
guess 'cause
started
you
to
seal
open
it,
it,
it's like
you would
ripping.
hear it. You would
Yeah.
hear it. It
Yeah.
has like the
Right.
crinkly shit in it. So
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's a good idea. It's
funny,
great,
man.
and it
Yeah.
just everybody's protected, and the crowd is ready to see a show.
I feel like the way you do it though is I hope almost where the pendulum swings back to, because as I was saying, it's like now, like I said, you used to go on with like, your friends or people you know or a couple top podcasts to promote, and now it's just become like, you know, the way you used to hit like the morning shows on the radio
Yeah.
shows. It's like you just do the whole circuit,
Oh,
which
it's
is cool.
so sick how you
because
guys have taken over. It's blown my mind.
It's cool because then, you know, we've gotten some big names and some people we really admire, but then like you said, you hear like the same stories and. You know, it's like, oh, man, that was a good conversation. And then I listen to the next show, and I'm like, he said the same exact fucking things.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I thought we were, like, cool, and I realized you're just kind of,
it's
running
better,
material
like,
almost.
I think, and I actually said this on the last
See? Fucking
But it's just
material.
easier to talk to guys like you that get it instead of
Yes.
like
Yeah.
reporters and stuff
For
like
sure.
that.
That's what I
and it's like
understand.
you guys are around comedians, so you
Yes.
understand how to talk to us and bring up different things and
Right.
like lead with funny rather
Right.
than trying to be interesting.
Yeah, like, I hate the like question answer. I'd rather just
Yeah,
have a
yeah, yeah.
conversation and fuck around and. Well, I mean, that's why I was very happy to get you in here in person to do it because it makes it that much better.
Dude,
too,
it's
so.
sick. These are the new offices too. The
Yeah.
only other ones I was at the old space a
Yeah,
long time ago.
The other space was. I actually like the other space better. The other space.
It
had a
felt
little
like you were
more-
gonna fall through the floor, dude.
Yeah, that's why I like, bro. The bigger we get, the less I like the offices. Like and I'm sure nostalgia plays a factor here. And,
Definitely,
like, yo,
definitely.
if you were like our first office, which is my quote unquote favorite office, if you
Their,
were to go
their
back
shit
and
in
work-
Boston was
it
like
was bad.
it was an old dentist office, like turned into
like they were rodents running around and
Shoot through the
not
internet.
mice,
We
squirrels,
didn't have
but
internet.
the squirrels would break in because it would get too cold. It was terrible. But like looking back on it, it's like, yeah, that's the best place. But if you told me to go work there tomorrow, I'd be like, I don't know.
Bro,
I'm
when
gonna
we
go
were
join the
getting this
military.
Place, actually, our very first place, we decided join the military. Our very first place, we came out and we toured a bunch of different, like toured. I don't know, looked around at spots, and we were gonna go to like Long Island City because for the same
Yeah.
money. You got like a fucking Rob Dyrdek fantasy factory. You know, there was basketball hoops and multiple floors and shit. But we figured like when someone comes through and does like the late night shows and stuff, you'd be in Manhattan. You're just like part of the
No,
cycle,
they'll come
you know?
to you if it's good.
Yeah,
if you
well,
guys
that's-
are good
part
enough.
of me
That'd be
thinks-
on you though.
Yeah,
That'd be on
we
you.
better be good enough.
Like,
yeah,
I'm
it
not
really
going
was.
to the fucking tunnel. Like,
Yeah, right. When you're crossing water to get to an interview, like
Yeah, they go to Austin for Rogan. We were like, you guys want to jump on the subway?
nah, we can't do that. We almost went to Times Square too. There was a big.
I was
big
just through
spot.
there, man. It's
Yeah,
changed.
Oh, I
It's
actually
wild.
probably could do it now, like post-COVID. Pre-COVID, when we were looking, it was like a really big spot. Probably was like double the size of this, but it was like right next to that Hard Rock on like 42nd, like right in the fucking middle of
Naked
it.
Cowboy
And
was
I-
out there this
yeah,
morning,
they're
man.
still
He
out there
doesn't
doing
miss
their
a
thing.
day.
Grinding.
Dude.
Love it.
Naked Cowboy
When
and
did-
anti-Semitic Elmo, they are just on their grind.
When do they finally like just be like, "Hey, come see a doctor"? Like, this is not okay. Like he's been around so long, people aren't even excited to see him
No.
anymore.
It's like, what up, dog?
It's
you know?
yeah. It's like
You want a
this
picture?
is-
Nah, I'm
Bro,
good.
Nah,
I've watched
dude.
that guy go from the jack dude outside TRL to like,
like,
a pretty saggy old
He's
man.
kind of like bloated. You can tell
Yeah.
that he's drinking to stay warm now. It's sad. I don't mean to punch down. I don't. But
Bro, cowboy boots.
I think he
and
took
tidy
a couple,
whities is-
a couple bad turns in his career.
Well,
He
you
had
know he probably thought that
opportunities.
was
He
like-
definitely had to have sick opportunities at one point.
Right.
Because at one point he was,
was the
like, you
man.
knew he was.
Yeah, I'm gonna parlay this into like a movie, and now it's like, no,
Dude.
man, you are still just doing
It
this.
probably could be a good documentary.
We should
Oh,
maybe just
yeah.
go interview him. We should just go grab him.
You should do a like, I'm telling you, he's like Joe Exotic.
Yeah, right.
I didn't vote
like
for
a-
Trump, but I'm definitely not voting for him next time because he didn't let go of Joe Exotic. That's the only thing
Could've
that
done
would
the
have
right
gotten
thing,
me.
man.
Bro, that fucking image on Trump's last day, where outside Joe Exotic's prison, they had
Where
the
he- the
limo.
limo.
Yep,
They had
and
the
he just
limo
didn't-
waiting for him.
Oh.
Bro, I just rewatched
So
it.
sad.
I just
the hardest
rewatched
thing I've ever
it.
seen.
That documentary holds up so fucking well.
Bro.
Because you watched it so fast in pandemic.
Yeah,
Go give it
yeah,
another
yeah.
watch.
Yeah?
Incredible, dude. You'll be so sad he didn't get to out.
That
Like,
scene, thinking he's gonna get pardoned and just doesn't, is one of the most. No matter what you feel about that guy, that's the most depressing thing I've ever seen.
Oh,
in
it's super
fucking
depressing, but I'm happy
life.
about it.
Yeah.
I think he's a piece of shit. I'm glad he didn't get out. But
You're a Carol Baskin fan, dude?
no, I'm anti all of them. I think they're,
They're all the
monsters.
biggest pieces of
But
shit.
yeah,
of
I'm
all
telling
time.
you, that's who Naked Cowboy is. Just not. He didn't just have the land and the tigers.
right,
man.
You're
yeah.
probably
Joe-
right. There's probably like a bunch of fucking.
Can you imagine his
scrubs being
backstory?
like, why not me?
Right.
Why not
Can
me?
you imagine Naked
Yeah.
Cowboys? I need to know that.
Yeah.
Talk to Judd, bro.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good-
that's
Talk
what.
to
Hey,
Judd.
Judd, this is my idea. Yeah.
You ever get? Have you pitched him anything that he's just been like, yeah, man, sure. And you
No,
realize
that's the
it's
coolest thing
absolutely
about
fucking-
Judd. He never tell even if you are he explains it. Like
Why
it's not just
good
no
or whatever.
or
Yeah,
not
yeah.
not even that it's not good, but he lets you be as creative as possible. That's how you get everything. Like when we do jokes, we write out like 100 of them. We do crazy intense writing. We've written things. I'd say close. At one point, one script we were working on, at least we wrote it over 100 times.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
And it's not done until it's filmed. So like even on set,
You're still
we're
writing,
sitting there
changing,
just like
tweaking.
yeah. And I get to shadow him on some other things. Just shadowed him working with Kate McKinnon. It was awesome, man. Like and just I sit next to him and I just write jokes, bam, write jokes.
So do you
bam,
feel like
write
you're
jokes.
kind of being groomed to be like, you know?
Groomed is a weird word.
It is.
But
they really have taken that
Nah,
word from you.
yeah,
you know?
they
like,
really have.
Like, what's another way to? It makes sense in this case. What can you say?
I feel like I'm just taking a master class. Like
Yeah.
I'm getting like the actual version of a master class of watching somebody who's brilliant, and I get to like I'm gonna get to use these tools at some point to do it myself.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
the thought of
that's-
being like, you know, if Judd Apatow is, you know, kind of passing the torch to you, it's like, holy
He's
shit,
been really
man.
cool about like showing me the ropes, and he's my biggest advocate, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's a great guy to have in your corner, and
Yeah,
he's
man.
just an overall good guy. Family man, awesome.
Right.
I love him. Yeah.
Well, it couldn't happen to a better guy too, though, because I feel like that's the kind of dude you are
He's,
as well. So you've
yeah.
earned it, you know.
Thanks.
Paid your dues, good guy, funny dude.
We'll see, man.
You know? Yeah.
What if it bombs? The special. We'll
Start a
see.
podcast, babe.
Yeah. I'm on Monday morning,
Yeah.
just sitting there.
The
being
Ricky
like,
Velez show. Let's
Welcome
go.
to the Velez.
When you're falling down the tree, there's always a brick branch to grab.
And then if not, Nicky Cowboy.
Yeah.
You join him. In
Dude,
the
I'll
fucking
be
Times
out
Square.
there. It's either that or the OnlyFans. He hasn't even started an OnlyFans, dude. Somebody needs to help this guy. I'm telling you, Barstool needs to help the Naked
I fucking
Cowboy.
quit. I'm
Dude.
gonna go be his producer.
Dude, it would be so great.
Man, at
He
the rate
has
we're
a
going.
comeback.
At the rate we're going, he'll probably get a fucking contract here. Goodness gracious. All right, man. So, Seeing Everything is out.
Here's
HBO.
Everything.
Here's Everything is out. HBO. And when was it drop?
October 23rd, this Saturday at 10 p.m., and then it's streaming on Max immediately after.
Dude,
yeah,
that's so clutch too, because HBO Max is like popping off.
dude, they're just buying everything.
everything. It's
sick.
so good,
it's
man.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be great for exposure, and I'm so pumped. Like as a New York person, and as like I said, I saw you at the club like so many years ago. I'm very
and
excited
that's
for
like why I
people
think it's like, dude, this is a very, very like, it's a really cool thing for New York. I feel
Yeah.
because it's somebody from it talking from it,
Right,
from
right.
like the perspective of like the outskirts where we came from.
The real
and it's
shit,
Like,
yeah.
the things that I put in the set are the things that me and my boys back in Queens belly laugh at, and like that's what was exciting about
Yeah,
this.
you're definitely one of those people. I feel like the world should have known probably much earlier, and I'm
Thank
very
you.
excited for it to be now, because it's like it's almost like when you know a song first or a movie first. Like I've been telling you, Ricky Velez,
Thank
man.
you, dude.
I'm telling you.
Thank
so.
you, and thank you guys for always being so cool.
Sure, man.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having
Ride that Apatow wave and like keep doing it, man.
Yeah.
Like, you ready to answer some questions? You got some more time?
Yeah, let's
let's
answer
go.
questions.
We're gonna go next door to our green screen. If you're watching on YouTube, click here to subscribe so that you get all the new episodes as they come out. And John, what should they click if they want notifications? Make sure you click thumbs up for the like, Hit that bell icon.